Whenever did the word nigga, you feel me? Like you gotta think back, like just think about it, like however, not you know what I mean, not when, but however could the word nigga by us, you know, with our you know forefathers that was here, our forefathers, you feel me? So it's like whenever between them could calling another one of us nigga ever been a good thing. Like, you think people got out of slavery and was like, hey, what's up, nigga? Shit. You feel me? Like, nah. Just got out to where they calling you that shit. And it mean the worst shit ever. And then the nigga get out. See, I'm just using it there, but I'm gonna elaborate on that too. But, like, you know, we get out of slavery. And then nigga like, well, what's up, nigga? Like, hell nah. Like, it was niggas still trying to keep niggas down with that shit. You feel me? You feel me? Either keep niggas down or a nigga want shit anyway. And they was like, nigga, you still a nigga. You feel me? Nigga. So now a nigga be like, not even a nigga, but a person. You feel me? Be like, you know, what's up, my nigga, or what's up, nigga, this, that, but it's like, when you think about what I just said, then, and plus, sometimes a person will call you a nigga, and it be your supposed homie or whatever the fuck, but somebody you think you fuck with, but at the same time, it's like, nigga consider you a nigga because you buck by certain shit. You feel me? So it's like, even if you right in it, you know what I'm saying? You right in it. So they'll be like, like they saying, oh, like if a motherfucker pull a gun out on you and you kill him, the motherfucker put a gun on you, talking about, I'm about to shoot this nigga, and you kill him, then the nigga like, oh, well, damn, like, don't nobody want to kill nobody righteous, but it's like, hey, that's some nigga shit, you feel me? Like, cause what else you gonna do? Like, you feel me? Like, it was wrong, so that would make you a nigga, but, you know, ain't nothing wrong with that. You feel me? Like, nah, nigga, I was justified in shit. So, it wasn't wrong. You feel me? But I ain't want to do it because it ain't never right to initiate that shit. You feel me? So it's like, nigga, don't talk about the shit like about some fucked up shit. And I take pride in, you know, the shit. I'm just glad I survived the shit. You feel me? So I can't really take pride. I can't take pride in this shit because it's like in the word nigga or some shit. Like, nah. Have these niggas be some bullshit they self and be wanting some, you know, camaraderie and shit. You feel me? That's why niggas be real, all the real niggas. Nah, home. Like, who are you as an individual? You feel me? I'm real anyway. So you can keep the nigga, but really, I'm righteous. I'm gonna focus on that. Really, just being you. You feel me? And if you being you is substantial, then be you. But if you a bullshit ass motherfucker and talking about you real about that, nigga, you need to start being fake. You feel me? You need to start being fake, nigga, cause that shit you own. I mean, you just need to think to be fake, but that's the fake shit that you own. You feel me? So nigga, niggas just fuck niggas at that, like. So I shit nigga been posting. You feel me, nigga? Some see it and like, well, do their thing, but some see it and be like, that shit hurt. You feel me? But nigga, I'm talking down on a fuck nigga. I'm gonna always go against a fuck nigga, so I don't give a fuck about goddamn having you know, goddamn having a motherfucking accord with a, like, fuck you, nigga, cause you ain't no worse than the devil. You ain't no goddamn different than the devil, nigga. So what the fuck I look like trying to goddamn let's make a agreement, like, just get it along? Fuck you, nigga. Cause the moment you goddamn think a nigga ain't on that shit, they always on that shit. It's settled. Well, fuck you, nigga. Hell nah. You feel me? You know, so I don't know what nigga reason be really like to, you know, you say something in the comment, you think you fuck with the motherfucker, so you say something in the motherfucker comment, and these ain't folk that I see every day. You feel me? These people that I met before and was like, oh, Shawty, oh yeah, what about Shawty? So let me, and then you get friends on Facebook with them, and then, you know, niggas really don't even want to accept your friend request, but they, some reason they do, and then you comment on some shit, and nigga don't say nothing. You feel me? And they're like, okay, that's cool, because I don't think a nigga be on Facebook all day anyway. You feel me? So that's cool. So I'm like, shit, nigga got jobs, work, kids, so you feel me? And just chilling any motherfucking way. And living life or whatever the fuck, but I see that the fact that goddamn a nigga let me know, like, all you had to do was not accept the friend request. I would have knew what was up then. You feel me? I would have knew what was up then. But shit, I wake up tomorrow and be like, yeah, well, cause it'll be a post that they make down like, oh, I either want to speak on that. I want to, like, fuck wanting to speak on it. It's like, shit, I can say it to myself and you goddamn go listen to some music. But I'm like, fucking, I'm on Facebook, so that's what really this shit is. A conversation from goddamn people that you don't have to goddamn go knock on their door to a motherfucking say, oh yeah, and about that what you said, and this too. Like, it's really just, you know, enlightening the motherfucker, but at the same time letting, you know, your perspective on shit. You feel me? Because when I look at this social media shit and all the internet shit, it's like, nigga, I'm gonna let you know, you gonna know who the fuck I am. Nigga, I got almost 100 motherfucking social media pages, and you gonna know who the fuck I am, no matter which one of the motherfuckers you open. Cause, bitch, I'm gonna be talking about the same shit in the same way, whether the shit don't sound this clear, cause you can go goddamn look up a motherfucking video I done put out and you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But bitch, I'm talking on shit that going on up here. You know what I'm saying? That I'm seeing up here, and it might not even goddamn elaborate on the shit or break it down like what the fuck I'm doing now. You know what I mean? So, but nigga, that's me too. You feel me? So, I ain't getting the fuck about the fuck shit, period. I don't give a fuck about you fucking with me or none of that shit. You feel me? It's just like, but nigga, I ain't the type of nigga to, you know, like, I mean, if it come, you feel me? And yeah, I'm saying nigga and all this shit, it'd be a fuck ass nigga to point that out. Like nigga, I ain't been speaking this shit for the motherfucking longest. I mean, you feel me? But I am conscious of like, when I speak to people, I don't just be nigga this, nigga that. You feel me? But and then it'd be a stranger, you feel me? It'd be a stranger on the internet popping heavy shit. You get in that comment, niggas goddamn, you know, ride for bullshit, like, and so you get in the comment with some sense and be like, hold on, knowing a motherfucker, cause I'm not about to just the point that this the internet ain't anybody gonna see the shit. I'm gonna be that nigga that gonna come in and say, hey, they gonna see this shit too. So all that fuck shit you kicking, somewhere in there, it's gonna be some shit where the nigga gonna say, oh, or I'm gonna put it in there if the nigga don't see it at all. Cause all that goddamn taking up for goddamn the little nudge nigga, like, y'all taking up for that nigga, like, what? Nigga, what side is you on? You feel me? I'm gonna go lay with the devil then, goddamn, like, y'all niggas lame as hell. And niggas really was trying to make points about that shit. I went, like, bitch, I got down today, cuz I go back and forth with you about this shit, like, cause it's like, it's still children that's children now, and they follow the nigga, and then, you feel me, y'all glorifying this shit, like, the fuck, you ain't trying to make points. This ain't none of that shit a point. It be the fuck ass feelings of a fuck nigga, and fuck nigga is in both genders and motherfucking all races, any profession. These niggas is fuck niggas. Cause you'll have a child that ain't even on no shit like that to motherfucking come and think that's the shit. Whether you feel like you gay or whatever the fuck. Like, nigga, if I eat motherfucking, you feel me, like, a nigga in motherfucking China right now that eating squid and octopus and shit ain't motherfucking out here talking about and eating whatever the fuck, rat or a goddamn dog or whatever the fuck. They ain't out here talking about, hey man, hey, this the shit to be eating. Don't you know you can eat this shit? Like, you know, children growing up over here, I mean, that's their culture or whatever the fuck you want to call it, but the niggas over here, they ain't putting that shit out in the world. They doing that shit over there where they at. They ain't putting that shit out talking about, nigga, you eating chicken and, like, steak and But you need to fuck with this rat shit. You feel me? Like, don't give a fuck what a nigga talking about. Nigga do. Okay, look, it's rat here, so trying to get you into it. Like, a rat animal just like anybody else. And motherfucking, it tastes like chicken. And if you like it, though, I mean, don't let what a motherfucker talking about out here make you think this rat shit wrong. Let me give you the history on rat, okay? It was niggas lost in the woods had to eat rats to survive. So nigga, don't let a nigga nigga try to justify some bullshit, then glorify it. Try to. Then try to encourage a motherfucker. You feel me? Bullshit, man. Knowing how the fuck this shit is already, this fuck niggas is in our profession. So it'll be a fuck nigga that work for Facebook to say this nigga talking to you feel me? And then I got down get ready to post it. Your video could not be posted. You feel me? It'll be that fuck shit. But I ain't worried about it though. Because of the sense the motherfucker having right now, I'm the type of motherfucker to make sure the phone ain't going dead and motherfucking, you feel me? Put motherfucking screen record on the shit and let this motherfucker play. And matter of fact, let me put this motherfucker on do not disturb for a motherfucker call and you feel me? Like, yeah, so. Should be the fuck shit. And, you know, niggas get to speaking on shit so tough and heavy. Like, they know what the fuck going on. And not only do they not know what the fuck going on, the shit they saying ain't making sense about the shit that they don't know. About and shit. Yeah, fuck shit. I don't fuck now, fuck nigga. Like, give a fuck you supposed to be. Who the fuck? I don't give a fuck who the fuck you got down. All this, what you blood or whatever the fuck. That shit don't make nigga. You related to me, nigga. You feel me? Righteous is the only family that I'm with, nigga. I don't give a fuck about none of the fuck niggas. You feel me? You either a fuck nigga or you ain't. I go for mama. You feel me? I don't give a fuck who you is in being a fuck nigga. Can't fuck with you. Won't fuck with you. And knowing you a fuck nigga, you feel me? Like, I mean, I could be homeless tomorrow and have to just, you feel me? Not know who, you know what I mean? Be the fuck out here. So it's like, I ain't going to goddamn try to figure out who the fuck niggas is. I know the fuck niggas that I do know is fuck niggas, and anybody else I ain't trying to make you goddamn prove you that or motherfucking figure out what that ain't what my motherfucking pursuit is, nigga. Like, I just know fuck niggas is out here, so they out here, they amongst us in this phase of life. So it's like I ain't gonna go out here thinking they ain't out here. I'm thinking the police a fuck nigga before goddamn it, off top. You feel me? But it's like, you a fuck nigga, and okay. You feel me? And if you ain't, then bitch, you ain't got nothing. You ain't got no concern about none of this shit. But I ain't about to go out here talking to your ass about that. You feel me? Because a nigga could be out here miles away from home and can't motherfucking, you know, call, with no money, no nothing, and can't motherfucking call a motherfucking police, flag one down, knock on the car, or none of that shit to say, hey man, can you get me home? Like, you can't even do that shit. And I'm the type of motherfucker not even to trust it. Nigga got them show up at the jailhouse. You feel me? Now you in the motherfucker. Don't nobody know where the fuck you at. And that's just the way my mind where I'm the type of nigga that know that slavery was possible. So I don't give a fuck about goddamn being a nigga that everybody talking about. Damn, that's fucked up. Nah, I'm the type of nigga to believe it can happen and be the type of nigga to move to the point where I'm doing shit that let me know to do what I can to prevent that shit from happening. Cause I'm like, you feel me? And you get in the motherfucking, damn, can I remember a number? First of all, they even gonna let me use the phone the way I'm coming to jail and ain't supposed to motherfucking be here. I'm the type of nigga to remember a couple of numbers. But now I don't even give a fuck about calling the niggas that's fuck niggas. In a situation like that, I remember a few numbers. You feel me? Fuck niggas. Fuck niggas on juries. You feel me? So all I'm doing is speaking to that one motherfucker that maybe could be there that ain't a fuck nigga. And I ain't putting no pressure on no shit there. You feel me? Cause either bitch, I'm gonna get off, or there'll be a fuck nigga after that. You feel me? So I ain't God dealing with you. I'm just chilling. You feel me? I ain't. Niggas try to make that shit look shiny. The stupid shit look good. The goddamn malicious and fucked up shit look appealing and shit. Like, cause them niggas ain't got shit. You know what I mean? Like when then they get to popping out about how they looking fresh or how they got a car. You feel me? When you ain't shit. Any nigga can look at Donald Trump and know God ain't got shit for that nigga. His shit that nigga ain't got shit. You feel me? God ain't got shit for the nigga. And but that be the the settle of a fuck nigga. Well, at least I got, I'm going ahead and die, and but before that though, I'm just gonna enjoy the stuff I got, and like, nigga, okay, but look at the shit Donald Trump doing, so I ain't never gonna be like, well, yeah, just let him be. Nah, cause the fuck nigga still doing fuck shit. So I don't give a fuck about you finding rest in the shit that you got that make you comfortable, nigga. Cause I already know who supply that shit and who supply it. I know who the fuck goddamn that. I know that where the fuck you get your joy from, nigga. That shit ain't, you feel me? God ain't blessing that shit, but he ain't, I already know God, he like, I'm gonna let the righteous see the truth for themselves, you feel me? Like, So when a nigga get the boy on, I got it, God, man. Like, and then look at Donald Trump and why the fuck he got it? So it's like, if when you know you righteous, then it's like, whether you got it or not, when you got it, you know you deserve it. When you ain't got it, you ain't looking like you did something fucked up not to have it. You feel me? You just know the weakness of the shit that's here. But it's just tribulation anyway. But how you gonna navigate that shit? How you gonna... You feel me? Like... These fuck niggas that do fuck shit and don't even don't even skip a beat. You feel me? So the ones that do fuck shit and then, you know, have that shit on their chest, like, damn, like that, you feel me? And then go to God. You feel me? Try to reconcile that shit. Like, that's just the spirit of, you know, like the real gonna come out of you, the righteousness gonna come out of you, nigga. But some niggas too deep into that shit where them niggas know they hopeless and plus, you know, them niggas could talk to God and then know they gonna go out tomorrow and do that shit. You know what I feel me? Just keep doing that shit. So keep being a fuck nigga on purpose and then talking about, well, at the end, as soon as the second come, I'm gonna say, well, I'm with it. When you know how nigga, like, I just know God, cause motherfucker, that's who I've been talking to, nigga. I mean, even time I'm talking to myself. You feel me? If you can feel real within yourself, you like, hold on. You start to recognize, like, God, I know he feel me. You feel me? I ain't talking no bullshit, so I know the one who over everything and the most substantial one feel me. You feel me? That's what lets you be able to understand him, because you feel me, like, you know how he feel about you, and you know you know yourself. You feel me? So, like, niggas on bullshit, bro. But niggas try to push the button on the phone. Niggas try to disguise that shit and knock you off your shit. You feel me? Like, disguise like they got good intentions and oh, well, I just be chilling and nigga don't be cool. You trying to act like a good motherfucker and don't really be that. So, I don't fuck with. I fuck with a few, nigga. Like, but shit. Look. That's better for me, like, shit. Nigga, I wouldn't have it no other way. You feel me? Like, not even the type of nigga to try to stay with a motherfucker. Cause I need a place to stay and they're a fuck nigga. And I don't really fuck with them, but I don't want to be out here fucked up. Well, if you caught, that ain't even fucked up being out here home. Just niggas just fucked up. You feel me? Fucked up when you stand with a nigga and nigga on some fuck shit and you gotta try to play it cool and shit to get to the next, you know what I mean? At least get to the next shit. You feel me? Oh, fuck that. Fuck that, man. Cause I could not wake up one morning and I done got down and put up that fuck shit. You feel me? Hell no. I ain't gonna just speak on a whole bunch of shit, cause I really done wrote about this shit. You feel me? So if niggas don't like to read, fuck them. You feel me? And you don't owe me that to go read some shit. But at the same time, if the shit I'm speaking about and the news wrote about the shit, fuck niggas will be in the comments. The same niggas who wouldn't read my shit talking about the shit. You feel me? Like they know about the shit. And what the news telling them ain't even letting them know about the shit. They just reporting on goddamn what they do know of the shit. So, fuck niggas. But it be shit that go on. It be shit that go on. Put the shit out there just for a nigga to read it. You feel me? Put the shit out there just in case shit do pop off. However nigga wanna play it. Like nigga, the truth out there already. You feel me? Nigga, the truth vindicate me, so I'm vindicated anyway, but nigga, the truth let you have recognition of why, how, you feel me? So I ain't giving a fuck about a fuck nigga trying to, you know, cause an injustice. Any motherfucking level of this shit, any motherfucking, you feel me? Like, when you the goddamn janitor or motherfucker judge, nigga, doctor, or whoever the fuck you is. So, nigga, to a police nigga, ain't our motherfucking, you know, obligation to motherfucking thank you who you supposed to be. It's your motherfucking obligation to show her that you're not who the fuck goddamn y'all motherfuckers see me like. Shit stupid. One thing about it, a nigga won't even look at this shit. You feel me? But I'm the type of nigga to put it out there. And if anything else, nigga, I might not be this coherent one day and come back and see this shit and that shit put me back in the motherfucking right where I need to be like Dupree, nigga. You feel me? So, fuck niggas. And I'm glad making this possible. You feel me? To existing. The function of it. You feel me? Really the conception of him, you feel me, that I'm most grateful for, cause you feel me, through that's eternal, you feel me. So some of y'all motherfuckers hate God, you feel me. So how you, I'm not the nigga that's you got to explain to how you feel, why you feel, how you feel, and all this shit, nigga. That's not, I'm not the nigga you got to talk to. So, nigga, being dead ass wrong, and then talking about, you feel me? Talking about how shit fucked up, nigga. You causing as much shit that's goddamn. You feel me? That's you the fuck nigga. You one of the. You feel me? You want the fuck nigga causing that shit. I ain't tripping on, the Bible, because that's what really introduced me to the concept of God. But I don't fuck with that shit because and that ain't some shit that I just heard a preacher saying that said, nah, nigga, I actually got in because I'm like, hold on, man, I'm finna see this shit for myself. Like a nigga talking it to me and then flipping to a page that he want to motherfucking read and talk about, and then talking about, all right, we'll see you next week. Or, nigga. So, but the point that all these niggas been preaching all these years of shit, claim they just got down motherfucking well read and just thorough in the Bible and shit. And then I get into the shit for a couple years, not even that strong and heavy, especially not trying to, see, I like to look up words so I can give a nigga a meaning that I'm trying to convey, but it's like I wasn't even trying to, go in there to find a contradiction to be able to say, aha. It was just like, okay, I'm going in here to, cause I want to know God like that. You feel me? I want to know God like that. So, yeah. And plus my main thing was like, okay, what they talking about in the Bible gonna happen? And not just what's gonna happen, but yeah, what they talking about? You feel me? So I do that. That's really what I was on. I'm like, oh shit. But I know I ain't wrong in none of this shit anyway. So to goddamn, talk about what it is that make a nigga wrong, I already know me, nigga. So what's gonna come? I'm looking for what the good gonna happen. And, you know what I mean? Like, you nigga, oh man, hell, and like, nigga, what the fuck you scared of? You ain't goddamn wrong. Then I start reading that shit. I'm like, hold on. So God gonna put motherfuckers in hell and when the world and the earth supposed to not be here no more. Feel me? And then it's gonna be a new earth and a new heaven. You feel me? So I mean that's the way the Bible is saying. So it's like, so I know myself. So to think some shit that I wouldn't even do, what the fuck would, who the fuck spend their time managing a motherfucker in the worst place ever, just making sure they there alive, and so that's some cruel shit. Them folk die and not live no more. That's the hell for a nigga. Especially when they doing that fuck shit here while they alive and knowing that's their motherfucking fate. That nigga, you ain't gonna have life no more. Cause niggas find comfort in hell. Yeah, I can go down there and live, nigga, and I'm still be the boss ass nigga in hell. And like, that's what give them niggas a little. Don't give them nigga no light. But yeah, I started reading, and it took me about probably a year being in it just strong, and I come up on like, and it was all God, God doing like His grace like that, let me, come see the sense in the shit. Like in Genesis, okay, this is the beginning. It's telling you this happened, this happened, this happened. You feel me? Telling you, okay, they ate the fruit. Okay, cool. Devil manipulated them. They ate the fruit. Cool. Okay. But then when in Revelation 12, It talk about, oh, but the devil got cast down from heaven. Like, cool. So that's how he got, okay, cool. Didn't say when he was getting cast down. No, before he got cast down, they was telling, a woman, hey, guard your sons. Guard your sons, because he coming down there and he try to disrupt and, you know what I mean? So, but in Genesis, they didn't even have Cain and Abel yet before they ate the fruit. So, just that they be trying to say, oh, the Bible is the pure, unadulterated truth. This is it. You feel me? There ain't nothing lying here. Ain't nothing. You feel me? So, when that shit don't make sense, I'm not about to be talking about, well, you don't question God. Nah, you ain't questioning some shit that don't make motherfucking sense, and you see the proof of why it don't. And you still, I'm gonna believe it just cause I don't wanna, and that's how they pray on niggas, like, you go against that. You feel me? And you got big mega churches, sin up in there. You feel me? I ain't nobody. Who the fuck done pointed this out? What's up with you? Who the fuck done pointed this out? To the point, all this preaching been going on, and the nigga ain't pointed out that yet. They say, flip to Jeremiah. Okay, now flip to Jeremiah. You feel me, like, nigga? But you ain't pointed out that. See you next week. You got me fucked up. And then the point that some of it do ring true. You feel me? Especially when you find out who God is for yourself and how he been treating you, how he been moving. You feel me? So it's like you see something in the Bible that say God, Jeremiah 17:10, God, he examines the innermost thoughts and the heart. You feel me? So that let me know it's really in your intentions. You feel me? That's true. You feel me? Really in your intentions with the perception that you have. So even if your perception ain't sound, you ain't really knowing what the fuck shit is, but your intentions is pure. You feel me? That's gonna preserve your righteousness. You feel me? But it's a lot of niggas lying. Niggas are lying. Niggas will be the case, but it'll nigga be in jail that ain't supposed to be there. And then they hollering free that nigga. Nah, they hollering goddamn, boy, yeah, God blessed you. And then nigga in jail wondering what the fuck is the purpose of this shit. But it just be some fuck shit that go on. As far as how niggas, because it'll be a nigga in there that recognize that nigga who, damn, that nigga ain't even supposed to be in here. Shit, like. But they trying to beat some shit that they wrong about. Then get out here and just talk about how they ball and the shit. Or how the fuck, whatever the fuck it is that they talking about. Like, nigga, you need to be the most, if you do some shit like that, you need to be the most humble ass nigga out here. One of the most. And the most, nigga walking on eggshells and all that shit, nigga. But it be niggas in that bitch that, get in there and that's the shit that I can never find comfort in jail, nigga. For one, I ain't supposed to be there. You feel me? But I can never, like, I'm not the type of nigga to, like, then nigga go and count money in jail, but and got the dope, smoking weed. You feel me? Like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Cause nigga, every time I ever been, which wasn't even for long, but every time I've been, nigga, it was shit that, the shit that you couldn't have. It's shit that, it was the plates you eat, the shit you lay on, and the motherfucker sell you in.
Hello, Moto.
What the fuck they called you through? I put that shit on Do Not Disturb. That shit still came through. That's the type of shit I be talking about. They probably ain't gonna let me post this shit. I already know, but stupid shit. Stupid ass shit. I don't trust a motherfucker. Like, my daddy really the strongest, you know what I'm saying, trust that I got out of a person on earth. You feel me? Like, a fucking human being other than myself. Like,
Hello.
and it come with like my dad's side of the family, cause it's like I ain't never had a problem with my dad's side of the family like that. You feel me? Except for my granddaddy. My granddaddy don't motherfucking play anyway. When he was here, that's where, you know what I'm saying. But I was still on some shit like, you know, like granddaddy, I ain't studying what you talking about. You feel me? Like, cause that granddaddy, he ain't never been no different. He always, you feel me? So, but before he went, you know what I'm saying, we started to get like on some more cool shit to be like, you know what I'm saying, one day I pulled up, he like, I see you. Like, last time I seen you, you was motherfucking skinny as hell, you feel me? So, like, yeah, you feel me? But not too long ago, that granddad got sick. You feel me? And you won't never just down on me, you feel me? He's still, but, you know, he wasn't doing nothing but being real. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck with that. I'm never gonna come around with grudge or holding animosity to me about that. You feel me? Like, it was never like when I leave and come back, I'm still think about shit granddad said. Like granddad, I wasn't tripping when you did it then, cause I know me. So any shit you don't understand about me, or that you feel you sense, or making sense out of others about shit that you don't know, I'm never gonna give a fuck about that. Put no energy into that shit. You granddad, so do your thing, but because it don't make it no better me explaining this shit to you, and then you knowing like I really need to be talking to God about certain stuff. You feel me? It ain't about granddad. You feel me? But you know, and I know he better off. I know. I already done went through the morning of the shit, so I'm like, shit. Oh, he's somewhere. Goddamn. You feel me? That's the life. Feel me? That's the life. You know, ain't no rush to get there, but I sure ain't motherfucking and delaying it either. I ain't right a bit. Talking about, well, let me just stay here a little bit longer. I'm ready to go now, but shit, I'm ready when the time comes. But we bust the shit that go on. Shit, my motherfucker. You know, I mess with a female, and you know, we cheat on each other. You feel me? First, I ain't even cheated yet, but you know, I had a little something going on. You feel me? So she tried to catch me in that. She tried to catch me in that. You know, get on the phone with her friends and shit, and try to text me from a number and act like she the girl, you know what I'm saying, that I mentioned to her. You know what I mean? So I'm like, you feel me? So she called, you know, I'm texting her back and shit like she the girl and shit, but at the same time, Keevin, it might be her ass. You feel me? So I'm like, So she called, you know that was me, right? I'm like, man, I knew that was you. You feel me? She's like, nah, they said you were gonna say that. So I'm like, try to catch me. Okay, cool. So I still go mess out with the girl. You feel me? But it's like, time go by. But even before that, we in class, and she handed me her phone. It's a text message from a dude where she used to stay and shit like that, telling her, oh, when you coming back and shit? You know, so she passed me the phone so I could see the shit. I ain't worried about shit. Gave back the phone. You know, we sleep in class and shit. So, gave back the phone. So when I'm at work one day, a girl come in, I'm making a sub, I'm working at Publix. Feel me? She come in, and, you know, I'm like, yes, ma'am, you know what I mean? Like, what else you want, man? I mean, stuff like, she's like, you ain't gotta call me, man. I'm about your age, how old you is? I'm like, I'm 18. She's like, I'm 20, so, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, I'm like, okay, cool, you know what I'm saying? Still making a sub. So I make a sub, like, you go. I like, come back and see me, too. You feel me? She like, all right. So, I'm working, some time go by, and she come in, that motherfucker. Like, I told you I was gonna come back. So that's how that went. But on break, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to my girl, and like, man, this girl done came in and playing and shit, done snatched my phone. You feel me? And ran out with the shit and got my number out. You know, the Metros used to have your number in that bitch. So she like, okay. You feel me? Yeah, so that's what made her be like, I'm finna try to catch this nigga. But she didn't catch me. You feel me? Because I hadn't even did nothing with the girl yet when she tried to catch me. You feel me? So, cool. So she go out of town. Oh, no, she out of town then. You feel me? That was she out with her friends and shit. So, like, one of the times she went out of town, I don't know if it's that time or another time, but she was like, I'm writing you a letter, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, 4 pages too, so you better write me back. I'm like, cool. You feel me? I'm gonna write you back. So I get the letter, and she gave me the letter and then went out of town. So she was probably like, yeah, that was what she would write me back. I'm like, cool. By the time she got back, I had wrote it, but you know. So, but the thing is, while she was on her way back, I had got a new phone. Cause I kept losing Metros and shit. You feel me? Kept losing them bitches. Get out the car, drop that motherfucker, and be walking in the house and don't know where the hell my phone at. You feel me? So, got a new phone. And, you know, text off, I was like, cause before that, I was talking to her from the house phone. You feel me? Cause I ain't had no phone. I was talking to her from the house phone. Then I was using somebody else's phone to text her and be like, you know, acting like I was the nigga who she passed me the phone and said, you know what I'm saying? So she was like, oh, that's when she started telling on herself about the shit she been doing. So I'm like, okay. So the letter I wrote was a breakup letter. You feel me? So she coming back in town thinking, like, oh, shit, cool, we finna chill, go to Six Flags and all this shit. Like, okay, cool. But we get to Six Flags, so I'm kind of on some shit like, I don't even know if I want to get this shit to her. Like, I might have to tell her I just didn't write the letter. You feel me? That's how I felt about it or whatever. But I'm like, it is what it is. You feel me? So we get to the first ride, the motherfucking acrophobia. And she like, oh, hell nah, I ain't getting on this. I'm like, what? I'm like, man, come on, like. So she like, nah, hell nah, So I'm like, that shit, like, you feel me? I'm like, that let me know, like, you win. You ain't really riding with me like that, you feel me? Cause if it was some shit like that, you'll be willing to go anywhere with a nigga like that. That's how I was feeling about the shit. So I wasn't fucking with all that shit. I'm like, man, hell nah. I'm like, fuck this, like, Six Flags shit. I'm finna go. So we had just got there. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going back to the front gate. Get ready to go. Her cousin called me. What going on with y'all? Like, man, she tripping in this shit. So At that time, like when she said that shit, that just made me be like, oh hell nah. Fuck that. I got the letter, do my motherfucking thing. Like that made me feel like she ain't fuck with me like that. You feel me? So we catch a cab, go back to the house, and I give her the letter. You feel me? So I'm like, don't be mad. You feel me? Cause she was already mad about the Six Flags shit. You feel me? So, but I was telling her, don't be mad about when your ass opened up this letter and shit. You feel me? Like, so, but either way, so that was break up, and you know what I'm saying. But time went by, she called me. No, first she called with a friend, one of her friends, laughing on the nigga voicemail because I wouldn't answer the phone. Cause when I got the new phone, I was texting her from there like I was the dude again. Like, yeah, I had, you know what I mean. I got this. I got another number and shit. Oh no, what happened?
Hello.
I was using home phone, dude phone, and the fuck nigga who I don't fuck with. You know what I mean? No more, but I was using his phone. So when he left, I ain't had no phone to talk to him. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna hit you from I called from the house phone, like I'm hit you when I'm about to go get this phone and shit. You know what I mean? Have no phone. So I'm talking like me on the house phone, but I'm talking like I'm that nigga who she thought it was on the other phone. She didn't know that number. So I get the phone and shit. Like, yeah, I just got it. So this my number and shit. I just got the phone and shit. You feel me? So, you know, so sometimes, you know, she called me with her friend and shit. Like, they call and call and call. I ain't answering. I'm like, fuck, it's over already. So what the fuck we talking about? You feel me? So they on my answer phone laughing and shit. Oh, girl, you a pimp. You know, that her friend, she laughing. Ha, ha, ha. You feel me? Oh, cool. You know what I'm saying? We in high school and shit. You feel me? So, matter of fact, I had just graduated. You feel me? So, yeah, it was that summer after I had graduated, 2005. Matter of fact, I don't even think the school year was over. I'm not sure about that because I was motherfucking. I ain't even go to graduation. I ain't go to rehearsal for graduation. None of that shit. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, so I was definitely out. You feel me? So some time go by and shit. A couple days, I guess. You feel me? And she called, and I finally answered the phone. So I answered the phone. We talking. We end up getting back together. I was just like, you know what I mean? Like, don't do that shit no more. Mind you, she still don't know that I cheated on her. You know what I'm saying? For sure, whatever the fuck. But I'm like, okay, cool. You feel me? So she come over. You feel me? We used to hang up there. You feel me? Because my supposedly uncle is her. You know, cause I ain't sure about my supposed mama side of the family. I question birth certificates and all that shit. So I call them supposedly and so-called and shit like that. You feel me? But motherfucker, you know, she come up there, so we supposed to be back. I'm feeling like I couldn't even make myself, you know, just act normal and shit. You feel me? So I was like, so she go in the living room and tell her cousin, like, yeah, cause my uncle and her supposed uncle and her cousin is, you know, was married then. You feel me? They been trying to get us together since motherfucking middle school. You feel me? So we up there, and she go back in the living room and tell her cousin, like, oh, he acting different. He acting, you feel me? He acting different. So she like, just come on. So they get in the car. So you know, I already know when female get together, she gonna put that, you know, well, you fuck him in there, or whatever the fuck the conversation was. You feel me? So I was like, I told her like, we just need to, like, we don't need to fuck with each other like that. You feel me? You feel me? But based off shit, wasn't gonna be no real shit no more anyway. So, you feel me? But I told her because, they married, so we really can't get that serious anyway. You feel me? They got kids and shit, like, we can't get that serious anyway. So, we motherfucking go. So that was just that, you know what I'm saying? So, she do her thing, you know what I'm saying? We eventually got back cool and was cool on some shit, doing our thing. She had a boyfriend or whatever the fuck was going on with that. I went in it to even know like that, you know what I'm saying? Until like later on I found out like, oh yeah, this is what they mean. You feel me? So, but we always get together and be cool. Cause mine, we always over there together. You know what I'm saying? That's her cousin, that's my uncle. My supposed uncle, we always go over there. And I go over there and she come over there cause that's her cousin and we be over there. She bring her friends, I bring them fuck niggas who I don't fuck with no more, and be that fuck ass function. You feel me? But, cause I was on them niggas then, knowing that it's some, y'all niggas don't fuck shit, but I ain't no hating that nigga anyway, so it ain't even about you, nigga. I fuck with me, so like I ain't just finna look like I'm the nigga that's, with the motherfucking pressure to the point like, y'all nigga want to come over there because one of them niggas was my supposed cousin, so that's his uncle too. So how the fuck I'm gonna be, well, nigga, you can't come up here. You hear me? So, plus I'm like, just, surveying shit to see what the fuck going on with niggas anyway. What is the problem, nigga? You feel me? But, so. But we always get together and be cool and shit, joking and laughing and fucking with each other. Then shit get cold. Like, motherfucker be, shitting on a nigga. You feel me? So I start saying shit like, oh, well, if she acting like that, like, fuck her. You can keep your little pussy and all the goddamn, if you ain't gonna fuck with me, we'll just keep it like that. But then, she'll come around and say one thing to let me know she cool with me. So I'll be like, oh, well, I'm fucking with you then if you fucking with me. And it kept doing like that. Then one of her friends called me one day. I'm like, you know what, shout at? She like, nah, no matter of fact, I think I text her friend, because, like, I used to have their numbers and shit, because, them little videos and shit that you get on the metros or whatever the fuck that niggas wanted to, send that video to so-and-so, or, shout out call me to send the video that I be sending her. Send that to her too. Shit like that. Or they'll hit me. You got one of them videos? Let me see what you... Shit like that. So, I don't even know how the fuck we start talking, but maybe I think she called my phone. Nah. She called my phone looking for her friend. I'm like, I don't know what's going on with her. And she like, oh, well, I had it. So she gets talking to me about shit she going through. You know what I'm saying? But she ended up saying, like, I don't give a fuck what y'all say about you. I fuck with you. You feel me? Cool. So, that's how I knew. That's why it always was some shit on a nigga shit, because she come fuck with me and then get good or a nigga, then goddamn go back to her friends and talk about how she don't fuck with me for whatever reasons is, and then, go back and fuck with her boyfriend and shit. So, I'm like, hey. So one night we got serious about the shit. We texting from room to room, and I'm like, I just, like, going back and forth, I'm like, you know what? You want me to tell you something? And she's like, yeah, tell me something. Text that. So I'm like, man, go to sleep. Because I was really about to, you know what I mean? Like, at this point, it's starting to be, not more about how I fuck with you, but just that you opening up the pussy. You feel me? But I ain't say nothing. Go to sleep. You feel me? So, time go by, whatever the fuck. And, she'll call me every now and then to say, hey, can you come pick me up? Or Can you drop me and son shot off over here? Or you want to go out or some shit? Like, cool. But, so it was just one of them nights. You feel me? I dropped off somewhere, picked it back up. We go back to her mama's house and chill. You feel me? Do our thing. Then after that, she like, oh, do you still love me? I'm like, now me knowing she got a nigga, I'm like, you want the truth? She, yeah, like, not like I used to. I loved her, but I wasn't finna give her that. I'm like, shit, bitch, I ain't. I'm like, not like I used to. You feel me? Like, bitch, I ain't gonna tell you I don't. I ain't gonna tell you I do, even though I do. But I ain't finna tell you that. Even though I'm telling you that by telling you not like I used to. You feel me? But yeah, so she told me get out and get up. You know, jump in my motherfucking pants and go jump in my shit and go back to the spot. You feel me? So after that, we really weren't fucking with each other like that. But it wasn't like, it was just some, I don't know, I don't even remember what the fuck it was really, but I don't even remember seeing her like that too much after that shit. But then she started coming back around, because I stayed over there at the spot we used to chill at. I lived over there. You feel me? So it's like, you know, so all the shit, after that night, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna ride home and shit. You feel me? The whole time, like, fuck the shit. You feel me? So, like, I ain't even fucking with her no more. You feel me? Like, but, so, I'm like, matter of fact, like, all that playing with a nigga, jumping in, jumping out shit, I'm like, you know what? If she give me that pussy again, it gonna be something. Cause, yeah, like, the more I thought about it, I'm like, cause I ain't been through, that was years over years. You know, that was like 2+ years that we had been fucking with each other like that, and I'm like, you know, because all that shit went for nothing. You feel me? So she give me the pussy, I'm gonna show you something gonna come of it. You feel me? Like, yeah. Cause you trying to goddamn fuck off and then slide off on a nigga. You feel me? On some like, oh, and on some shit on you shit. And I don't fuck with you no more shit. But I'm like, I wasn't over there trying to say I don't fuck with you. I was just wasn't finna give you that. Fuck I look like telling you I love you when you got a whole nigga. That nigga need to be one telling you that. So I already knew. I'm like, plus I want, like, I'm gonna want a baby anyway one day, and I'm gonna have it with the motherfucker who I've been through all the shit with. So she give me that pussy again, gonna be something. So I already knew that before I even knew I was gonna do something with her again. So that's where my daughter come from. You feel me? But at the same time, all the time we had been doing something, you know, and I'm pulling out later, you feel me? Thinking it was late. And got them turned into a surgeon. You feel me? You know what I mean? So she wasn't ever pregnant all that. So I'm like, but this time, nigga, I was all goddamn the way in letting out. You feel me? So, you know, after time go by, you know what I'm saying? Because I was always conscious of the fact, like, okay, every time I pull a nut out of her, I'm like, you know, she might be pregnant, so you gotta see. Because we don't know until you see. You feel me? So that shit happened a few times, but one never none. So I'm like, this time I'm like, cool. You feel me? Some time go by, I'm working. You feel me? And my supposed uncle come, like, you know, some time had went by. I hadn't heard nothing from him, so that shit had left my motherfucking mind about nothing him. You feel me? When uncle come work one day. Like, well, you know your girl pregnant. Like, who? Like, shout. So I'm like, first thing I said was like, nigga, that ain't my girl. Because I had already been on the shit, like, I'm just fucking off on her. Like, fucking off with her now. I ain't, you feel me? That's from that night when I was like, want to tell you something? You feel me? I had been on that shit since then. And plus, that it was this nigga saying it. Fuck, nigga. that it was this nigga saying it because we at work one day in the elevator. This nigga's like, oh, why you trying to talk about how me and her fuck around and you and Shawty or whatever the fuck, like nigga, she ain't nothing but this to me now. You feel me? Nah, he tried to call us some real. You feel me? He fucking with that real nigga. So I'm like, nigga, that nigga just trying to tell the nigga in the elevator who we work with that like I'm simping, fucking with her. You feel me? That nigga fucking with that whole shit. You feel me? So I'm like, nigga, she ain't nothing but some real to me now. So the nigga, you feel me? I'm like, nigga, what about, I bought us some shit from that nigga back in the day. What about that fat ass white hoe you were goddamn fucking with, nigga? Like, you feel me? So I put like extra on. I ain't even see what the fuck went down, but I just know he fucked off with her or whatever the fuck. You feel me? Cause I had went to sleep. You feel me? When the fuck went on. So I'm in the elevator like, nigga, you were caked up with that hoe. But he was goddamn, joking around with the bitch and entertaining the bitch. So I'm like, nigga, you flirting with that hoe. Like, you was caked up with that hoe, nigga. So, the nigga in the elevator, he laughed and shit. Whatever the fuck. But that nigga tried to get, man, I wasn't fucking with that hoe. I wasn't caked up with that hoe. You feel me? I'm like, yeah, nigga. But that what y'all ass get for trying to goddamn pop that shit. You feel me? So that was before he told, like, the pregnant shit happened. So, he tell me that. So I'm like, nigga, that ain't my girl. That was shit I was on. I still wasn't conscious of the fact, like, I nutted. I'm still thinking it's like the rest of the time when I'm pulling nut up out of her. Like, she just wasn't pregnant. So, but I ain't never said, that ain't my baby. You feel me? I'm like, shit, if she pregnant, I'll hear about it. You feel me? But, she had a boyfriend. So now she got a goddamn, that's why she ain't said nothing to me, because she got to try to go, I don't even think that nigga was in town, and she got to try to go maneuver to get this nigga in town and fuck him around that same time. So with that, she found out she pregnant, so that nigga can think that she the motherfucking, that he the daddy. But that's a fuck nigga, because first of all, we get to chilling and shit like before she got pregnant and shit. That's probably how we start fucking with each other. Cause it always happen like she'll get a new number and then we'll be over at the spot and we'll exchange numbers. You feel me? So it was just one of them times she got a new phone, exchange numbers. One day I'm at work like, let me call Shawty to see what's up. Just to holler at her, you feel me? And I call. Somehow I'm on the phone with this nigga. He screening the calls and shit. So, nigga, I probably text her or something. I don't even know. Yeah, so the nigga stop calling my girl, nigga. Yeah, he texted me back. Yeah, stop calling my girl. Stop. So I'm like, nigga. Like, I don't know what the fuck I said, but nigga, I was always thinking like, nigga, yo girl. Yeah, nigga, I'm like, nigga, you need to handle that well. Like, nigga, she gave me the number. You feel me? So I ain't about to go back and forth with you, but I wasn't even tripping all this, nigga. I'm like, nigga, she gave me the number. You feel me? That's some shit you need to handle between you and her, nigga. So she called me. Talking about, stop calling my phone because he got my phone. I'm like, oh, okay, what? Bitch, I ain't blowing you up. I text you one time and this nigga text back. So, don't act like I'm motherfucking, you feel me? Like I'm blowing your phone up, goddamn, acting like, bitch, calling me like I'm the motherfucking problem. Like, bitch, don't give me the number, then give this nigga the phone. Then when I text you, you calling me like I'm the motherfucking problem. So, that's when I was, you know what I mean? I'm like, man, I'm really on this nigga, because this nigga talking about coming, talking about doing something to a nigga. When he gonna see me, or nigga, we gonna see each other one day. I'm telling this nigga, like, nigga, you know where the fuck I be at? Because I already know the nigga done been over there.
You feel me? I know somehow this nigga know where the fuck she be at. So I'm like, nigga, you know where the fuck I be at? Oh, nah, nigga, I ain't gonna come to where you at. You see each other one day. You know, fuck that. Nigga, like, just the point that the nigga telling me he's gonna do something to me. I'm like, nigga, you feel me? I ain't even the fine ass nigga. That be them niggas going out trying to talk about who ass they can whoop. I'm just the nigga that's gonna fight when it's worth it. You feel me? So, this nigga. So, that's what I'm tripping on with her. Like, just that shit. You calling me like I'm motherfucking calling your motherfucker. You feel me? Like, bitch, I thought you had the phone. Don't act like, fuck all that. Like, but, you know, that was the first issue with that nigga. It was an issue since then. You feel me? And she wasn't even pregnant yet. Or maybe she was, maybe she wasn't, but I'm like, nigga, yeah, I don't even think she was, because I wasn't talking shit about a baby. So, find out about she pregnant and shit, and okay, cool. I go out to school, she called me like, oh, I don't know how she got my number. But that might have just been one of them times where we exchanged numbers before I left or whatever the fuck. But she called me and like, oh, hey, boo, and shit. You know, yeah. So I'm congratulating her on the baby because I heard she pregnant. I'm like, oh, congratulations on the baby and shit. You feel me? Like, because I'm thinking this day baby. So she like, oh, appreciate it. And you know, if you need somewhere to lay your head, you got somewhere to lay your head. I'm like, cool. You feel me?
Hello, Moto.
So I'm at school, living on campus, what the fuck, and just took that shit like, okay, cool. You feel me? But after a while, you know what I'm saying? I leave school and I come around. Matter of fact, yeah. So I come around like around the time she getting big and shit. I just happen to pop up over my supposedly uncle house and just pop up over there. I used to stop by sometime, and, you know. So she big now, you know what I'm saying? And her grandma, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? She over there, so I'm just walking in like I ain't know who was over there. But when I walked in, all her people was over there. So, you know, I sit down and I ain't say nothing to her, but what you eating? She like, oh, sloppy burger. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like I was thinking then, like, should I be asking about is this my baby or not? You feel me? But I'm like, I ain't gonna cause no problem. You feel me? She just keep motherfucking calling. She fuck up the live on me. But nah, like, so, yeah, so I get up, you know, get ready to go. Her and cousin there, you feel me? I'm pulling out, they getting some, like, car seats and shit out the trunk, or whatever the fuck they were getting. I guess it was a baby shower. I don't know what it was, but I was just showing up. So, on down the line, you know what I'm saying, after, like, I start finding out, like, damn, hold on. Like, I start remember, like, damn, I nutted in her head that night. Like, oh, yeah, you feel me? And I had done forgot even about that. But the thing was, like, because, I mean, she never came to me on some, like, on pregnant shit. So I went in, just like the rest of the nuts I'm pulling out of there, I wasn't still thinking about them nuts saying, oh, you feel me? Even though she was pregnant, but shit, you fucking plenty nigga. Like, fuck. So, but when I start, like, being around, and then, I go to my grandma's house one day. You know, she done had the baby then, you feel me? So, I'm seeing on social media, you feel me? And I'm like, okay. So, I go to my grandma's house, just chilling, looking through old photo albums and shit, and my motherfucking baby pictures looking just like the baby. So I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Like, hold on. That's when I started saying, hold on, I gotta find, like, I gotta get to the bottom of this shit. Feel me? Cause that baby don't got no reason looking like me. If she ain't mine, you feel me? So I go back over there, but I'm trying to play it cool on some, like, I ain't trying to come in there bitching, you know. I'm just trying, you know, like be with my daughter. Like I ain't trying to, you feel me? Like, but I ain't just coming out, this my baby, no. I'm just kicking around, you feel me? Just cooling like I do, but still kicking it with my daughter. You feel me? Because like if I say something, she gonna run out. She ain't even gonna be over here no more with my daughter. So I ain't gonna be able to even see it. She gonna run out. So I'm just playing it cool. I'm just grateful to be around her. You feel me? And so eventually she do, like, folks start coming through and shit, like, saying shit like, oh, that Keevin baby. You feel me? She shut up. You feel me? Like, I ain't finna call no problem about shit, because I already knew that before a nigga said something. I already had, like, oh, damn, when I seen the baby picture. So I'm like, oh, did nothing like the strong way, so, like, yeah, man. Like, you feel me? So, you know, eventually she moved or whatever. So I'm like, but one day, she sent her daughter over there with her cousin. She sent my daughter over there with her cousin, our daughter. And that's when I was like, that's probably the first time, nah. Because she was acting funny, you feel me? Like, the first time I ever held my daughter, she was like, I'm messing with her. And I still had like said about this my daughter, you feel me? I'm just playing with her. She like, get my baby, because you trying to make her do too much. So I get up and walk to her with my daughter, and like, I was like, tell her no, you feel me? But I gave it to her because I wasn't even finna, start no shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying? That was just, acting funny. You feel me? Making her do too much. I got her standing up in my lap just messing with her, you feel me? And you making her do, like, okay. But she sent her over there one day after she had done left. So that when I was like, well, she was crying and shit, you feel me? So I'm like, I'm telling her cousin, like, let me hold her before she, like, while she already crying, let me hold her, you feel me? Because I done been through some trauma, so, like, when a baby cry, like, that shit make my nerve bad. Especially if they start crying while I done already held them. Like, while I'm holding, then they start, like, you feel me? Like, but since she was already crying, I'm like, well, she already crying, so, like, shit gonna get, you know what I mean? So, like, she gonna be, like, she gonna start crying again while she already crying, so, yo, let me get why she already crying. She like, okay. So, I'm vibing with her and shit, singing to her. She done stopped crying. She smiling and shit. You feel me? So I'm like, okay. So, I'm holding for all that time until I got ready to, like, lay her down. So, she laying on my chest, and, like, when she breathe in, what I'm saying, her stomach go out. So, she laying, like, on my stomach. So I'm like, when she breathe in, I'm gonna breathe out, so her stomach won't get pushed in by my breathing. You feel me? So I'm doing that, but then she stopped breathing. So I'm like, breathe, baby. You feel me? I rolled the back of her head. She started breathing again. You feel me? So she started crying. So I'm trying to get her pacify. She didn't want to pacify. I took her to her cousin. You feel me? So I'm like, but just that shit, like, scared the fuck out of me. And I ain't no nigga who ain't never been around a baby before. That's how I knew to do that shit. About the breathing shit. You feel me? Like, I ain't gonna say that's how I knew, but that shit just makes sense any motherfucking way. But I done been around many of motherfuckers. Baby, I got, and I don't just call these supposed, I got nephews, nieces, 8 nieces and a nephew, 2 great nieces. So you feel me? I done been around baby. But, so the next day I get her again, and I'm just watching videos on the laptop with her. You feel me? And like, I'm just letting her watch all the shit that I watch. You feel me? And she was sitting there vibing watching that shit too. So her cousin, you feel me? Her motherfucking cousin And her cousin probably like 4 or 5 years old. She about 5. So her cousin walking in the room. I'm getting up out the couch with her. And her cousin walking in the room. And I'm coming around and she trying to, my daughter ain't even 6 months yet. She was about to be 6 months on the 15th of December. It's about the 3rd. She trying to scratch and reach out and motherfucking fight the girl. But her cousin is like the first girl baby. Like I had nieces and stuff, but that's the first girl baby who I was like, man, I might want a little girl one day when she was a baby. You feel me? Cause she just showed me that much, you know what I mean, like affection on like, you know, she used to fall asleep on me and shit, and like, you feel me, like that type of shit made me even want a daughter. But so I'm getting up off the couch and she walking in, and she trying to fight. So her cousin about to hit her ass. I'm like, hold on, like, you feel me? I'm like, this is some shit here. Like, that's the first time I ever seen some shit like that. I'm kind of like, after the shit, I'm laughing like that was some shit. But she was about to hit her ass back. And then when I said it, I'm like, girl, it's a baby. She like, was she trying to hit me? You can't hit no baby. You feel me? But that was just a moment. So that day, you know, her cousin got ready to take her home. So I'm about to ride over there. You feel me? So I'm taking her out, putting her in the car and stuff, car seat, and you know, my supposed uncle come out. You know that nigga over there? You feel me? I'm like, man, I'm about to go anyway, cause I'm like, fuck, they got to do with anything. You feel me? Yeah, nigga over there. I'm like, man, you know what? So I just put it in the car. You feel me? And I'm looking at her like, I'm gonna come back and get you. You feel me? Don't even worry about it. I'm gonna come back and get you. So, cause the whole time she was swinging on her motherfucking cousin, it was on some like, this my daddy shit. You feel me? I'm like, fuck. I ain't never seen no shit like that before. So, like, so when she go back, I'm like, I'm starting to think about why the fuck would she send my daughter over here and knowing I'm over here? Feel me? That wasn't the only time she acted funny when she said that shit, but she was just on that type of shit. So you don't want me messing with her or around her while you over here. You feel me? But you send her over here knowing I'm over here. So this ain't about to be no like, you know, undercover ass shit on like, well, we just gonna keep it a secret that's your daddy, but I'm gonna send her over there. So nah, like, cause then I won't never get to see it. But I was about to take a picture then, but I was like, nah, cause if I got the picture, I know I'm gonna post the shit on MySpace, so she gonna see that and get mad. You feel me? And goddamn, I won't be able to see her just cause I took a picture of her. So I'm like, as long as I get to see her, I ain't getting the fuck about what the fuck bullshit she got going on. You feel me? But, so I'm thinking about the shit, so I started to like, I'm like, fuck this. Like, she called looking for her cousin, like, shouted it out, I'm like, nah. So I'm like, call her ass back, like, I'm finna get to the bottom of this shit, like, finna talk about this shit. So I called her back where she called from. It's that nigga house. He answered the phone. So I'm like, look, you home? He like, yeah. Like, look, this ain't got nothing to do with you. You feel me? He like, uh-huh. So, like, look, this ain't got nothing to do with you. So, just want to let you know that. Feel me? So I hang up the phone. Next thing I know, she called back. What you call over there for? I'm like, I thought that was where you was at. You feel me? She making it like I'm trying to fuck up what she got going on. Like, fuck up. That's some fuck shit anyway, first of all. But that ain't what the fuck I was doing. You feel me? So I'm like, look, since you got down acting like I ain't supposed to be, like let's just get the test done. And then you won't have to worry about it if I'm trying to find out if she my baby or that I think she my baby, and you won't have to worry about that shit. You feel me? Let's just get the test done. She, nah, I ain't got all no money for no test. I'm like, don't worry about it. I was broke as fuck. I ain't had no money, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pay for everything. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna pay for everything. Let's just get it done. You know what I mean? And cause I knew like worse gonna work. Like if it come to it, I can add my daddy. You feel me? My stepmama, and they'll give me the money for it to get a paternity check. Yeah, I don't really know shit about it, how you go about getting it, but I know I could have did that. So that's why I was so on some like but I knew she was lying anyway. That's why I replied with that. I knew not that she was lying, but that she was trying to say that so we wouldn't have to get the test. You feel me? So I'm like, now I'm even more knowing that she my baby. You feel me? Then she get on the motherfucking so we texting each other through MySpace. You feel me? And then let me see. No, I called that nigga. I called over there looking for her after that shit already. Like she called and looking for her cousin. So I'm like, nah, when did I call over there? Fuck it. When we was on goddamn MySpace, like texting back and forth. You feel me? So she gonna end up saying, oh, she called again though. So we on the phone. So she like, oh, nah, she ain't yours, cause we got the test done at the hospital. So I'm like, you would have said that first, not that you didn't have the money. You feel me? This the same motherfucking like day and shit. Like this ain't some time passed and then they went in. No, this is at the hospital like when she was born and shit. So I'm like, you already told me that you ain't had the money for the test. You feel me? So you calling me talking about how, or we talking and you talking about how, oh no, I already got the test done. Like you wouldn't have said that when I mentioned the test instead of that you don't got the money. That's what really let me know like I see the games you playing anyway, but that's just more solidifying shit. And really, it ain't even solidifying. It's just showing that you want some fuck shit even more. So, time go by. I'm on MySpace and shit. Feel me? And I'm putting my daughter pictures up. You feel me? On my shit. So, a motherfucking stranger, you feel me? Like an account that I don't even got on my friend list come and pop in on my page. Talking about that home daughter. I'm like, man, look. So after a while, I already know this some fuck shit. So I had to remember one of her old ass email addresses and put that shit in. That page come up. You feel me? I'm like, see, this the fuck shit. So it's her trying to goddamn. I'm like, you don't fuck shit. But, so, whatever the fuck she was trying to, I don't know what the fuck the reason would be. If you fucking me, that you giving me the pussy, so that's already let me know that you fucking with me, because I wouldn't be fucking you if I thought you didn't fuck with me, but you just giving me the pussy. You feel me? If it wasn't no shit like that. Like, what sense do that even make? A bitch don't fuck with a nigga. Well, I'm just gonna fuck him, but I don't like the nigga. So, the fact that you ain't got down trying to let me be there for my baby, let me know that you just doing it just because whatever the fuck y'all had, you trying to stay in there lie so a nigga can, you feel? So now, my daughter 14, she was less than 6 months last time I seen her. So, I'm always checking in on her. You feel me? And, you know, I come across this nigga page. This nigga all on the page. And I had done, matter of fact, after that shit, what's up, babe? After that shit, I had done motherfucking called to check on her one time. You know what I'm saying? I called her number. This nigga answered the phone. Talking about. So I'm getting at the nigga, but then the nigga talking about, you know, oh man, speak your P. You feel me? I'm like, nigga, you ain't letting me do shit, first of all, nigga. And I'm talking about my daughter. you talking about the female you mess with. I'm talking about my daughter, nigga. This ain't like the shit. This ain't some shit that the fuck shit you want. You feel me? So, and then I'm at my grandma's house. Supposed grandma, she, you know, Jehovah's Witness and shit. So I'm cussing and all this shit. This nigga got me. You feel me? Like, nigga. But then her brother was there. So I hear her in the background like, oh, you want to talk to him? Huh? She like, oh, nah, he like, nah, I don't even want to talk to him. Me and her brother was like on some cool shit. We went, you feel me? He like, I don't even want to talk because I'm talking like that. He ain't probably never heard me talk like that before. You feel me? But I'm like, this a fuck nigga. Because the whole time, nigga, when I called you and told you this shit ain't got nothing to do with you, nigga, you ain't had nothing to say then. Now your ass trying to get all up in it. When you was over there where you was at, where I was finna ride to, you over there, and I'm hearing this from her cousin, you over there, and you know, her cousin and my uncle is 7 years older than me, you feel me? So, she come telling me, oh, he ain't, you know, he over there playing the game and won't even hold her. So that let me know that nigga already know what's up. He know that ain't his baby. You feel me? The first picture I seen of this nigga at the hospital with her, she broke the caption on MySpace talking about, I wonder what he thinking about. You know what I'm saying? He holding her, looking at her. I wonder what he thinking about. I'm thinking, bitch, I know what he thinking about, whether it's his or not. You feel me? But I ain't even say nothing. You feel me? I'm like, the fuck shit that go on. So this nigga trying to, I'm like, nigga, he still on the whole shit. Don't mess with my girl and shit. I'm like, nigga, this my daughter. You feel me? So, now, this nigga somewhere locked up and talking about how, posting pictures and shit of her, talking about how bloodline and all. Like, fuck nigga, talking about how, caption talking about, I can't believe I made something like this. And I texted on the nigga shit, nigga, you didn't. You feel me? So we'll hear from this nigga if he even got access to the motherfucker. Yeah. So, I'm like, I thought this not even wanting to hold her. Now you got down talking about bloodline, nigga, okay. It's just fuck ass niggas though. You feel me? It's fuck ass niggas. Talking about what he gonna do to me. He was a fuck nigga. Pure fuck nigga. And I ain't even really the type. That's why I wasn't ever really the type to goddamn. I talked to her one day. I talked to my daughter when she was like 3 years old. It was 2011. It was 2010. Christmas before 2011. Around that time, she was over my supposed uncle house. And I called up there. And I'm talking to her cousin, the one that was about to fight. And she like, girl, stop doing that. Said her name. So I'm like, she over there? She like, yeah, you want to talk to her? I'm like, yeah, let me talk to her. So I'm talking to her. I ain't telling her nothing. I'm your daddy, girl, this and that. Cause I don't want to, you don't even do that. Cause I don't even know what the fuck she got to believe. Or could have believed. I don't even know what the fuck their relationship was at that point after. You feel me? So I'm just like, you being good? You know what I'm saying? She like, yeah. Like, okay. You keep being good. You feel me? So then, my supposed uncle on the phone, like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. We talked whatever we talked about, and that was it. You feel me? But I ain't about to never get nobody mind unstable about some shit. You feel me? So now she 14. No, she about to be 14 on June 15th. But, you know, she done got so-called siblings and shit, but it ain't even really about the blood. It's about, like I said, the righteous is the only family that it is. So, if you ain't that, you don't even want to be related to a nigga who ain't blood or not. But She got motherfuckers. She got people, siblings who just think they siblings. So I'm never gonna. I was never the type to do that shit anyway. That's the reason I ain't even said nothing about the shit. But you know, cause I know for one thing I don't even just be talking bad about her mama like that. Cause I know that's her motherfucking mama, and she ain't got me there, and I don't even know if it's a nigga there anyway. So I'm like, that's who she got down. That's who she got to be looking at for the good. You feel me? So I ain't never about to do no shit like that. But I mean, these just facts. These ain't some way I feel about a motherfucker. It is, but that's facts too. But this ain't just talking about feelings. These just goddamn points. You feel me? But you know, I'm alright. Long as she ain't missing me. I'm missing her. She ain't missing me. And I'm alright, cause I don't really miss her too much like that. You feel me? Cause I keep her on my mind. Like she just, you feel me? I keep her on my mind. You feel me? It's always that me, but that me. But you feel me? But it ain't even about the look. You feel me? It's about I know I nutted in for one. It's about the connection I know I got with her on that shit. But it ain't even about the look, nigga. Cause I done looked in the mirror and look like, you know, a nigga who ain't related to me just cause I hang around him. You feel me? Or whatever the fuck. But I also done looked in the mirror and been able to see her in my face. You feel me? So, looking like a motherfucker ain't never shit. You feel me? I ain't even really start looking like my daddy till just around now. And it still ain't that just, but that's, you know what I'm saying? It's still on some like, but I see it. You feel me? So it's always hard on the daddy to be like, cause I don't even trust a DNA test. Like I said, it's fuck niggas in all professions. So all it takes is one fuck nigga to manipulate some bullshit and you'll get a false, you feel me? So all that watching more shit, like, not even trying to put myself through that shit when I already know what's up. Especially when I was trying to do it then and she didn't want to do it. Just be the stupid shit. But hey, as long as she ain't her, she ain't want for nothing, I'm alright. That's straight, like, yeah, what it is. But like, yo, she ain't lacking at all. Sometimes I think about like, I mean, her mom do take care of her. Now she take good care of her, and that's really the shit that, like, hey, you know, she got me blocked on everything, but I still put shit out there just like I'm just putting out now, like, on some shit like, you know, you feeling like she lacking, like she need me, then you need to come, because my shit ain't private and all this shit. All my shit open. You know where to find me, what my name is, and all that shit. Like, yeah, so, plus I talk to you people on some hearing that shit, so, you feel me, like, don't, but, it is some fuck shit. It's really the fuck shit of this nigga. Cause you know what I'm saying? It used to be like every time around the time that I last seen her, I get sick of hell, mentally as fuck, and have to go into the hospital. Or every time it come around her birthday, I get sick of hell and have to go into the hospital. Around other times that I mean, in between other times that I go to. You feel me? So it's like, then I'm gonna fucking move state to state, you know. I'm like, I wake up out of my sleep just thinking about the day that nigga answer the phone talking about speak your piece. I'm telling the nigga then, like, nigga, I'm talking about my daughter, nigga. You feel me? Nigga ain't talking about nothing. Nigga ain't said nothing about being the dad or none of that shit. You feel me? So, just the lame of a fuck nigga. But, nigga. And the thing that the nigga try to say is, oh, nigga, like, she look just like her brother and shit. Cause I see that shit a little myself too. I'm like, damn, they favor each other. But nigga, my niece and her, I can show you a picture where they look like twins, nigga. So like I said, it ain't about a look. fuck shit is, nigga, I already know that she motherfucker, cause after I nutted in her, you feel me? She send you to the same spot I'm at, so I already know you over there, shot. You feel me? But ain't no fuck nigga to come out the room and give a fuck what y'all doing in there. You was too late, nigga. Whether you, and then you probably didn't even need nothing in the nigga. And so you feel me, nigga? Nigga, you was lost, nigga. Cause he started trying to play on her. You feel me? Then she get sad, all that. Then trying to fuck with me on some we cool again and shit. You feel me? To get some rise. You feel me? So I bet it is what it is. Be like, it's starting to fuck, nigga. She good, I'm good. You feel me? She always gonna be good. And I can't have a bad day, nigga. Let me call my girl though, man. Alright, home.